Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Dr. James Ong, and I'm your host in our weekly live stream. And welcome. It's good to have you here joining us. And the whole idea of having this live stream is so that we can basically share with you the happenings, events all over the world, because as you know by now, we have more than 40 countries within a year. And that's really, really exciting and very, well, I would say very explosive in terms of business opportunity. And today with us, we have a very special guest. And well, his story, I'm sure is going to be inspirational to a lot of you. Well, let me welcome him. Mr. Ricky Brandino, all the way from the United States. Hi, Ricky. You have to
How are
unmute.
you?
Yeah.
How are you?
So how are you?
All good. I'm great. Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm kind of still in a state of shock that I'm actually on this, but thank you
Yes.
for me.
Now the whole world is, I mean, in terms of iTeracare and Prife International's community, will get to know who is Ricky Brandino. But you know, Ricky, we have already spoken in the last week, and more than that, actually longer than that. And I'm really touched by your situation, your story, and just within a few months, how your life has virtually turned around. All right, just within a short, less than 5 months. Right now, I would like to ask you the first question, which is, tell us about your involvement in the network marketing industry, and when was that? How did you get started?
Well, I've been in the network marketing industry on and off, I guess, since like 1997. I believe I met somebody out in California, and he introduced me to network marketing, and I got excited about it, and started building some organizations. So it's been on and off through the years. I've had a couple good runs with a couple great companies in the past, but I was kind of really on a low, before this came into my life, and I've never seen anything like this in my life. I mean, the product is absolutely the greatest product ever created in the history of the world. I mean,
Yeah.
But times 10, and the compensation plan is just, it's crazy. I mean, I just can't believe what Dr. Stephen and Jimmy put together here. It's just crazy.
I know. And like most people in the network marketing industry, they have been burned. They've made a lot of money, but also they've also lost a lot of money, and there's also lost a lot of time. So it's been like pretty bumpy for most leaders, right? And you have gone through it yourself. Now, you shared with me a very personal and very private story, which you would like to share with our community as well. Now, what was the lowest point of your life, and when was that? Take your time, brother. Take your time. I know you speak from your heart, and it's
the lowest point of my life was October of 2019 when I attempted suicide. I didn't really, I almost did it. I mean, I actually was to the point where I was like this far away from it, and I called up my friend, or she called me at that time, and she took me to the hospital. I'm a veteran, and they locked me up and Baker acted me for 9 days. And I spent 9 days in an institution there, and they were on medication and all that stuff. And I was at the lowest of lows of lows. I mean, I never, of course you have to be like that. I had just a tremendous amount of emotional stuff I was going through. And a lot of it was definitely based on self-hatred. I mean, what else would you want to kill yourself for unless you hated yourself?
Yeah.
So that was a really deep journey that I had to go through. And it was really the darkest point in my life. So I would say October of 2019, which is not too far ago.
I'm happy to see you and talking to you, and I'm sure our viewers are very happy to see you alive and sharing your story. And thank God for that. Really, that's all I can say. And it's really a blessing to have you and to see you, such a charming personality, right? And that you had to go through that, and you are not the only guy. I mean, there's a lot of people, and some of you who are watching today, you are probably in that kind of situation. Well, hopefully Mr. Ricky Brandino's story may really inspire you to look the other way and become successful just like him. So apart from that emotional thing that you went through and you almost took your life, you told me that you were on food stamps, right? And
Yeah, really broke. I mean, last year I was definitely on food stamps. I was, I was involved with another network marketing company, that kind of had like good run in like 2020, like in the beginning, but then they changed everything. They changed the compensation plan. They changed the product. They changed, the back office. They changed everything. And supposedly it was going to be a much better, improved 2.0 version, but it was a disaster. So my income and my everything went from, being up here to straight down. And everybody in my organization kind of like quit, So I was, really struggling financially after that, and I was actually on food stamps. I was getting like $234 a month in food stamps. And it was so bad for me at some point, within the last couple of years, that I was actually receiving assistance from the Veterans Administration to stay in my apartment to pay my rent. So my first goal when I found out about this was I looked at the compensation plan and I saw, well, the level pairing, and I know that my sponsor, who's, by the way, William Bowles, the greatest sponsor in the entire world. I mean, I just love him. He's amazing. Helped me tremendously. And I just looked at the compensation plan. I realized, well, if I could just level pair 4 times, I could almost pay my rent next month. And that was the end of January. So that's
you were just focusing on paying your rent, right?
That was it.
That's amazing. And from that situation that you were in on food stamps and your upline William and also David, whom I interviewed last Sunday, they presented you with iTeracare 1. Tell us what happened after that. Well, before they were able to present you, you commented about made in China and stuff like that, right? Maybe you can tell us.
Yeah. So kind of hilarious, but it's real. It's true. So William contacted me end of January. I think it was like January 18th, January 19th. He was on board for a week already, and I know William through the industry. He's a great guy. And he sent me a text and he called me about it. He sent me the 5-minute video and this little cartoon 11-minute video, and I watched it, half-assedly, excuse my language, but I didn't really pay attention, And then he texted me and said, "What do you think, Ricky?" I said, "Well, it's made in China, doesn't have any money back guarantee. Probably lots of other things on the planet could do this. And I really can't afford it, and then I don't have the money, and then he immediately called me up and got me on the phone. He says, Ricky, you have to hear this." And then he got David Gatton on the line. And this was January 21st, and David and William on the line and say, "Hey, you got to check this out. We're going to send you one." I'm like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, we're going to send you one because we want you to try and experience it." I'm like, "All right, well, if I don't like it, I tell you, I'm not committing to do anything. I don't even know. I'll check it out though. And if I don't like it, I'll send it back to you in a couple months." And
so you were pretty negative, right? And they were
totally
persistent enough and they sent it to you, and thank God for that, right?
Totally negative. And then January 21st, it came in a box, and I opened the box and there was no directions. And I'm like, I get on the phone with William, or I text him. I said, "William, what's going on? There's no directions here. Come on." And he said, "Calm down, Ricky, calm down. I'm going to send you directions." So he texted me over the directions. And I remember it was January 26th. I looked at directions. It said, you could do your first session up to 40 minutes. And you could do up to 2 hours a day. So I read the directions. It said to do everywhere on your body, all this stuff and stuff. So I sat on my couch. I looked at my phone. It was 1:32 in the afternoon, January 26th. And I turned it on. And I did it. Just knew what the directions said. And I did it for exactly 40 minutes, just from the basic directions said, excuse me. And I got up after I did it. I got up from the couch. I drank the water and everything. I went to lay down on my bed for a couple minutes to chill out. And about 3 minutes later, I just started feeling every cell in my body starting to swim, or something to that effect. I mean, things were moving, energy. And I jolted out of bed, and I felt like that somebody just turned the light back on. And at that moment, I realized that everything I went through in my entire life was to bring me to that moment where it was like the whole veil of darkness, the whole veil of depression, the whole veil of self-hatred, the whole veil of just like self-hatred was the biggest one, you know. I mean, it was everything was just like lifted. And I walked out of my bedroom and I sat on the couch and I just closed my eyes and I felt like my other self or my higher dimensional self or my God within me or whatever you want it, was just looking at me and having a conversation with me, saying to me, this is it. This is your purpose. This is why you're here, to bring this device to the world. This is why you came at this time. This is why you're here. This is your mission. You know, this is your purpose. Like I just stepped my purpose. And I got on the phone with William. I said, William, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. I mean, this is what happened to me. And I'm going to build this business and I'm going to help everybody in the entire world. And I'm going to sponsor 100 people. And he's like, what, Ricky, what's going on, Ricky? What's going on? He's just like, his mind is blown. And I said, I can't wait to do it again. They said, you can't do it for a couple hours. I'm going to do it again. And like in 2 hours, I'm going to do it again. And I was just like so blown away at what it did for me, my first session. And since then, it's just been like, unbelievable. I at that moment, I feel like I got married to my purpose. I got married to iTeracare.
You know what happened? You know what happened? Because you were in darkness, you were very negative in terms of your energy level, very low, and you couldn't see anything at that time. But when you started blowing, you activated your cells and your frequency increased. And when that happened, you sort of got jolted. That's what you said, right? You got jolted and you started seeing amazing things, and you even saw the mission. You see the mission now in your life, what you have to do next. So, you know, Ricky, share with us, how did you get started in your network? How did you get started sponsoring people?
Well, I remember it was January 26th when I received my device. And then I called up my friend Madison Baker, who's an amazing network marketer, my friend Craig Volkner, who's another incredible network marketer. And I said, we got to do this. You got to do this. It's incredible. And they heard about it like through the grapevine. I think William mentioned it to Craig, and Craig decided he didn't want to do it, you know, and then so William called me, you know, so I said, we got to do it. We're going to do it. And I remember I sponsored Madison. I sponsored Craig and then Madison. And this was January 28th. And Madison went to work. You know, Madison was on my right leg. And she's an amazing network marketer. And she has some contacts. And she says, I'm going to do this. I'm going to build it. And this was the end of January, beginning of February. And then I just started sponsoring a lot of people. You know, I actually sponsored some of the biggest leaders in the company through instant messenger without even ever talking to them. You know, one in particular, this gentleman named Stephen Keller, who's just an absolutely amazing network marketer. I've known him through the last company. He's a beautiful soul and a healer. I've known him through the last. I knew of him, but I never even talked to him. You know, so I got on instant messenger with him and I said, Stephen, you got to check this out. It's amazing, you know. And it's like when you're in that space, it's like it doesn't matter what you say. People feel what's going on with you. I mean, it's like beyond words, you know. And he's like, oh, I'll check it out. I like some gadgets or whatever, you know. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I sponsored Stephen Keller. It was like, oh my God. And then it was like off to the races. And then it was like, I called everybody and anybody I ever knew in network marketing, every single person from my last company. I just like, that was it. I mean, it was like 16 hours a day nonstop. I just worked and worked and worked, but I led with my purpose and my passion. I mean, in the beginning, it was like, yeah, I needed enough money to pay my rent, but it wasn't really about making the kind of money I'm making now. It was about bringing this product to the world. It was stepping my mission.
That was your mission. Yeah. You were not focusing on the money. You were focusing on sharing this wonderful magic wand. That's what you call it in America, right? And
absolutely.
Amazing. And please kindly tell us what you earn in the first month, second month, third month, and it's just mind blowing. Just share with us, please.
Could I tell you the exact amount?
Oh, well, it's up to you.
Oh, well, it's mind blowing. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I can't even believe it. I mean, you know, let's just say that, well, my first month, I think I earned $7,800 in my first month.
Yes.
My second, I've earned over $10,000. My third month, I earned over $14,000. And my fourth month, I believe, up to $24,000. And my fifth month was over $40,000.
That was last month, right? You earned more than 40,000.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that is just life changing, isn't it, for you and for a lot of people as well? It's not just for you, anyone
James,
who
I
earns.
food stamps last year. They
I
cut me off
know, I
for
know.
a
I'm so
food.
happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I feel you,
I
brother.
have now I have close to 5,000 people in my organization all over the world. Australia, I got a huge team in India, Mexico, Canada, the UK, Europe. I mean, I can't even keep track. Indonesia. I got people in the Philippines. I got people in Malaysia. All over different parts of Europe, Norway. I have two stockists in my group in Norway and Netherlands. They're both in my organization, stockists. And it's just, I feel like this is like, I'm living in a dream, It's like, how is this even possible,
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, this company and the company, my communication with the company is amazing. I mean, the leadership of the company is incredible. I mean, I'm just like, in awe. I feel like I'm living in a dream, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, I can totally understand. I mean, just about 6 months ago, you were a complete person in a different world. And today you are, wow. I mean, it's just something that
it's like January 6 months ago was like January 2nd, January 3rd, right? Yeah, I mean, I mean, life was a disaster. I was like, how am I going to survive? How am I going to have money? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to eat? I mean, I just lost my food stamps in December. I was like, how am I going to eat? I mean, I was like calculating in my mind, well, if I could do this and I could do this, then maybe I could come up with enough money to pay my car payment, and maybe I could have enough money to pay my rent. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe if I don't pay my car for 3 weeks or a month, they probably won't repossess it for a couple months later, so that I could use my car to make money here. I mean, it was like,
I know.
It was
I know. And now you are a nice charitable kind of person. So now you're helping people as well, right? I mean, we talked about it.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I give away free classics. I give away free devices. I help people, get started in the company that were where I was. I mean, it's amazing. Last week I sent like 4 free classics to people that didn't have the money. Just like David was so amazing. David Gantner and William Bowles, they changed my life. So I want to change other people's lives.
Amazing.
I was incredibly gifted, and blessed with this opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. And sometimes it just blows my mind that people really don't see what we actually have here. I mean, This literally is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I mean, where we are with the company right now and where we are with this product, this will never happen again. I mean, everybody in the world, there's 9 billion people in the world. They're all waiting for you to talk to them about this product. I mean,
Absolutely.
Go change somebody's life. I mean, this is our purpose and our, to change people's lives.
Yeah. Ricky, just by knowing you in the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure our viewers can feel your vibration when you speak about your personal, situation and where you are today. I won't be surprised, because of the way you go about helping people rather than focusing on the money, that you will be blessed. I think you're gonna earn, in a few months' time, more than $100,000 a month, and that will be really totally life-changing.
I'm climbing up that leaderboard.
I know you are pretty fast.
Go catch the Asians. It hasn't come out yet, but last month I was thinking number 8, and William and I are number.
So watch out, the top 3, top 5. Watch out, Ricky is coming on the way.
It says Oregon is where I actually joined from. Oregon. So
all right. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much, Ricky, and thank you so much for coming to our live stream, and thank you for your honesty in telling and sharing your inspirational story, because someone watching us today will definitely appreciate and also life-changing for that particular person. And I hope that you will continue with your mission, and you will be successful, and you will be helping a lot more people. And I'm sure when you help people, you feel good for your soul, right? You feel fantastic. So
nothing feels better than giving somebody a free device or helping anybody, and then you get a phone call from them a couple of days later how their life has changed just from you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the greatest thing in the world. I mean, it's priceless. It's worth more than $1 million to me.
Yeah. Before we say goodbye to you, in your last words to people who are now perhaps financially down, what would be your advice to them?
Talk to people. You know, you never know who knows who. I mean, you just have to share a device. You know, you just have to go out there. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity. You know, my advice to you is just like, you know, let go of your fear of talking to people and just like go through your phone and find every single person you know and call them up and say, listen, I just came across this amazing opportunity or this amazing product. You know, can you give me 5 minutes of your time? And you send them the 5-minute video. That's the way I started my business. And, and you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again, you know, and it's like, you know, or, you know, some of the great leaders in network marketing, you know, one of the great leaders in network marketing, he made millions and millions in the industry, Jeff Roberti, and he used to always say, he says, you know, if you want to make a little bit of money, you talk to a few people. If you want to get rich, you talk to a lot of people. And it's all about that. I mean, don't spend a whole lot of time trying to figure out everything. I mean, that you'll learn. I know the back office is a little bit difficult for some people, and we do a lot of trainings on that. William, like I said, is amazing, and I do some trainings with that too. But just talk to people. I mean, Mark Yarnell, one of the greatest leaders in the industry.
I know Mark Yarnell. Yes,
Mark Yarnell, one of the greatest leader. I know Mark. We used to hang out at little conventions and talk and stuff. I mean,
just speak to everybody close to you, around you, whoever.
20 people a day, 30 people a day, and like just. I mean, I have some great leaders in my group, and they just like talk to everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Just keep talking. That's it. Yeah.
And when you change, and what's amazing about this change is when people actually get this device and they use it, and it changes their life. They can't stop. They cannot talk to us. They have to tell somebody.
And you know, one more thing, they will thank you. They will thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
So many people they're like 10 levels down. Well, thank you for telling him who told me, who told you, told me, and because you started this whole.
And by the way, you have a fantastic Facebook group that, you know, thank you so much for allowing me to join your group. It's so amazing. The testimonials.
We have a Frequency One testimonial group.
Yeah.
Frequency One testimonial group. 9,000 people in that group.
Amazing. I love that group. I tell you, I'm just, many wonderful every day.
Stephen Keller's idea was to start that group.
That's a good thing, really, brother. That's a really good thing. So once again, thank you so much, Ricky. On behalf of the management, we thank you for coming forward and telling your life story as it is, right? And we hope you the very best, and hopefully see you in Dubai and Egypt, right?
Definitely see me in Dubai and Egypt, because I've won about 7 tickets already.
Okay, so
you'll definitely see me in Dubai and Egypt with my organization. And one last thing, I want to really thank you. I want to thank Dr. Steven and Dr. Jimmy and Victor and everybody else on board at corporate that are just doing an amazing job, you know, bringing the product to the world. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for working with me, you know, with this company. It's incredible. Thank you.
Okay, continue the good work and take care. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
So there we go. You heard the story from the man. I think from destitute to where he is today in just 6 months. It's just so inspirational. So when I first spoke to Ricky a couple of weeks ago, I was blown away. Really, I was blown away by his story. And thank you so much, all the viewers, for tuning in. But before we go, I would like to share with you another event that happened in Malaysia, in Terengganu. And we have a lot of events going on. So time and time again, we will share with you. So I hope you enjoy this particular event, which is a new distributor orientation, NDO. And this is how it was last week. So enjoy this video.
saya dapat sekarang ni sangat-sangat bagus dan memang sangat dan perlu sangat datang ke sini kerana selain kita dapat sijil yang membuatkan kita seorang profesional, kita juga boleh berkongsi ilmu yang kita dapat dengan semua orang. Platform ini ada juga bukan sekadar platform kampung saja, dia boleh pergi satu dunia. Saya dibawa oleh Kak Ros sangat bertubar-tubar nak bagi cepat buat video. Saya tengok dia punya speaker sangat supporting dan beri semangat pada saya. Saya rasa teruja, tak pernah saya tengok ni. Hari ini saya telah mencapai 2 star manager yang mana memang saya tak sangka-sangka dalam masa yang begitu cepat sekali saya boleh berjaya hingga ke tahap ini. Saya amat yakin dengan syarikat Prife International. Inilah bisnes yang terbaik untuk kita sehat, cantik dan kaya. Prife International ni memang terbaik sebab saya sangat yakin ini kami lah.
Sudah nampak ada improvement lah. Saya boleh rasakan, dan saya nak jadikan ini satu bisnes. Benda ini masih baru dan masih peluang untuk kita kembangkan lah. Saya rasa tak terlewat lah. Kita nampak ini peluang yang baik lah.
I've been suffering of skin disease for 8 years. Cannot work, cannot move. I just use 3 times to blow myself and I drank water. Today my skin is clearing 100%. It's all happening by its own natural ways. So it's really hard to explain how it works, but it's about believing in the product.
Terima kasih, hari ini saya sangat gembira kerana berjaya mengumpul orang seramai 130 orang dan akan datang saya akan kumpul lebih ramai lagi pun semua. Sangat happy. Terima kasih pada Prife International bagi peluang ke saya untuk membuat kursus ni. Terima kasih.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that short video. Very inspiring again when you see so many happy faces from Malaysia. Now, I need your help, all of you viewers and leaders from different countries, different continents. I would like to share more health testimonials because I think by sharing, someone out there could be watching and could benefit that particular person's problem because no situation, illness, skin problem, disease, or whatever, it's too small because it will help someone. So please, I'll give you a sample. This is a friend of mine in the Philippines and his wife who, benefited from iTeracare. And you can also follow this way. Just use your mobile phone and just send it to me. I'll give you my email in a short while, all right? So this is a sharing from my friend's wife.
Hi, I'm Jovette Harina. I'm 57 years old and I live in Santa Rosa, Laguna, Philippines. Before using iTeracare, I was suffering from my left upper back pain. So for almost 5 months. And I even had my massage therapy almost frequently. And also I had pain reliever medications, but it only relieves me temporarily, but the pain keeps on coming back. I was introduced iTeracare device on May 2022, and after using it for only one session for 20 minutes, and my husband did it for me, it really relieved the pain. And until now, it's almost a month already. I never had experienced the pain anymore. And I would like to thank Prife International for giving me such a wonderful product. Hi, I'm Jovette.
So, as you can see, I mean, how this product has helped her. And I met her personally with her husband, Remy, last week over here in Manila. And they were so happy, you know, that this particular pain of hers has disappeared just with iTeracare use. So for those of you who are tuning in right now, if you're from America or Africa, and there's a lot of countries in Africa, right? And also India and all over Asia, Australia, please send to me, email to me, all right? My email is drjames@prifeintl.com. Okay, I repeat, drjames at prifeintl.com. I repeat, drjames@prifeintl.com. So imagine I do the first part by interviewing someone. I play video of events that happen, you know, in different countries. And then the last part, I'll be playing testimonials, all right, from different parts of the world. How exciting that would be, right? So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday. I have another amazing, inspiring life story from the UK. This time we are shifting. You know, I started with Malaysia, went to Africa, went to USA, 2 live streams already, and now we're shifting. We're going to UK, all right? And she's a wonderful lady, wonderful person, wonderful, you know, by heart. And I felt her when I saw her video. She's a cancer survivor, and she's coming forward next Sunday. So stay tuned, all right? And do join us. And also, please subscribe to our channel, you know, and follow us on Facebook so that you'll be notified. So I look forward to receiving your testimonials, guys, everyone around the world, all right? This is to help humanity. So thank you for watching, and take care, everybody. Bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTeracare Classic and iTeracare Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Prife International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Prife International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.